So you need to stop throwing proposal grenades to your clients. Now, what is that? That's when you take your proposal, your price for a project, and you email it to a client and run away the opposite direction as fast as possible. Now, this is something I was guilty of for a long time. I would talk to the client and I would figure out what they wanted, and then I would do my best to put together the solution, and then we'd both agree that I was going to email over what it is that I decided to propose for the project. And I thought this was just the normal right way to do things. The truth is, in a lot of cases, I wouldn't hear back from that client, or they'd be super difficult to track down. And to be honest, the idea of like sitting down with the client to walk them through my proposal instead of emailing it seemed kind of scary, because I'm being honest with myself, I was nervous. I was worried about the price I was giving them. I was thinking that, hey, I'm asking for all this money and it's, something that I didn't deserve and not worthy of. I was harming them, or I was asking for too much. I was scared of what their reaction was going to be when they saw the price. The truth is that when you have the opportunity to sit with a client and walk them through your proposal, that's when you have the best opportunity to answer their objections. Now, let me share a story. So I'm getting my house painted, and I have had 4 or 5 different companies come and ask questions and take a look at exactly what we need done. Every single one of them says, hey, I'm just going to email the price over to you once I put it together. And sure enough, a day or 2 or 3 later, I get an email in my inbox with proposals that are confusing and don't make any sense. And I have so many questions about something as simple as some people putting some paint on my house. Now imagine how your client feels when you send that proposal over to them. They're receiving that. They're not experts in what you do, but they're getting proposals from you and maybe some other people. And the point is that if you don't catch them in the moment of their objection, the moment that they're looking at that and really helping them through that, the chances of you getting the project are very low. And you have the opportunity to do something different than everybody else. Meet with the client, walk them through the proposal, answer their questions, identify where they're confused. The thing is that a confused buyer rarely buys, but an informed one often does. So this is your chance to figure out what you need to do differently, how to change your proposal, how to explain things to a client in a way that they can understand what you're doing for them, so that way you get the project. Have you ever proposal grenaded a client? Can you see how that's not the best way to serve someone? And it's also not the best way to close more deals. I get it. Sometimes it can feel awkward or weird to walk a client through a proposal and talk to them about pricing and answer any of those objections. And it can feel like a personal attack. Be open to the idea that when you can walk a client through that proposal, you're going to have the best opportunity to close them.